All right. Welcome, YouTubers, Minecrafters, and gamers alike. My name is Deadly Deeds, and this is Deedsville Tutorials. So today I got something fresh out the lab for you. I literally just put the last brick down about 20 minutes ago, and I just wanted to go ahead and rush and put this out for you guys so I can get some content. I know you're looking like, Deeds, where's all your content? Well, you guys, I am just kind of getting everything together that I want to put out, and you will start to see more videos be released, more often. Got some new collabs going on, and I'll explain that to you a little bit later. But what we got right here is we have the ultimate workstation. What is the ultimate workstation? Well, right now it looks like nothing but a plain wall. But if you come down here and if you press this button right here, you get something spectacular. You'll get something that's spectacular. That's about the you, dude. It's supposed to be spectacular. All right, you guys. So I'm actually joking with you guys. What you need to do is you need to flip this lever. Boom. The ultimate workstation. Pretty much, anything that's user based that you would have to use is in here. You got your furnaces, you got your smokers, lecterns, crafting tables, looms. You got a dispenser. You even got an automatic water bottle filler running into a brewing stand, and the automatic water bottle filler was designed by BOB Gaming. Shouts out to BOB Gaming for going ahead and basically making that come to life, and I will be using that in this build as well as some of my future builds. So shouts out to BOB for that. All right, so if you want to learn how to build this ultimate workstation in your world, and you want to be able to put this in your headquarters, put it in your house, I don't know, put it in the middle of a field inside a mountain. This may be something good to have when you're mining. You set up a room in a mine, and you just boom, you go and get everything done, man. I think that'll be cool. But anyhow, if you want to go ahead and learn how to build this in your world, please stay tuned to Deedsville Tutorials, and we'll get started. All right, welcome back to Deedsville Tutorials, guys, and let's just go ahead and jump right into the build. So the dimensions for this build are 29 by 9 by 4, and the way that I have this set up for you here is not just for you, to be honest with you guys. It's actually to help me get used to actually showing how to build my contraptions. As I said, I'm fairly doing, I just build, I don't count or anything like that. I just go with it. And so I figured, for me to lay out where everything is going, it'll be easier for me to explain to you, as well as easier for me to go ahead through the build and not do as too many as raw uncut cuts as I need to. So it's gonna be more like almost everything is raw and uncut if I do it any other way. So let's go ahead and get started. The list of the materials that you're going to need for this build will be in the link below. And what I want you to do is I want you to try to see if you can go ahead and mimic this. I'll go ahead and give you a second and give you a good view of this. This would be the time to take a screenshot on how to set it up using those dimensions. So I'll give you a moment to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the build. The first thing we want to do is we want to grab our sticky pistons. Let's grab our repeater. Let's grab some redstone dust, and let's do our torches. So let's go ahead and throw our pistons down. So where this is at, you want to make sure that you throw your sticky piston down upside down facing up, and you're going to do 14 of those. So this spot is already lined up for you, so you pretty much just got to go fill in the, it's like fill in the spots, number coloring. That's pretty much what you're doing at this point. We're going to do the same thing here along with these pistons on this side right here. We're going to line 14 of these up. Now keep in mind that this build, you don't have to build it as big. You could use one workstation, you can use 3 or 4, you can use as many workstations as possible, but keep in mind that if you go anything past 14, then you would have more need for more repeaters in order to be able to extend that signal. All right, so we basically got our pistons laid down. So let's go ahead and get our bottom portion of our pistons going. And so we're going to drop a torch there, and then we're going to just sprinkle me, baby. Let's go ahead and get sprinkled. Nice. There you go. And there we go. All right, so we got those extended. So what I like to do is I like to establish a spot where I'm going to put my lever, and that could always be moved. It could be extended, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I am just going to put it, in a simple spot. So let's go ahead and get our lever. Go ahead and grab that. Grab the lever. Boom, one lever. And let's go ahead and get our lever put in. Alright, so we wouldn't just break that. So it's important that you run a redstone coming directly to the block beneath the torch. So because right now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having two sets of pistons that are going to be doing two different things. One set of pistons is going to be extended while the other one is retracted. The other one is going to be extended while the other one is retracted. So vice versa. So what we want to try to do is we want to try to separate those signals but have them going to the same lever. So if we wanted to do that, we're going to basically run our lever here. So you're going to run you some redstone coming from the block that torch is at all the way up to the front of your build. And you're going to throw a lever here. You could throw it here, whatever, for the purposes of this build, we'll just throw it there. There you go. You cut the lit switch. There you go. And it's not connected somewhere because Deeds did say it was going to be raw and uncut. Let's drop that down one more level. There you go. Boom. On, off. All right, so we got the first portion of our build going, and let me just go ahead and let you get you a view. I want to make sure that you see everything. The chest represents the front of your build, and the side with no chest represents the rear of your build. All right, excellent. Let's go ahead and continue. Now let's get the second set of pistons started. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we run this in a way where it's not going to connect with that torch. And I couldn't begin to explain the mechanics for that. But what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to run a repeater right there, and the reason why that is because we only have 14 slots to run redstone before the signal starts to die down and it won't power whatever you're trying to power. So with that being said, I'm going to throw a repeater there because we're getting close to that time. So let's go ahead and see if we can get all of these pushed out. And I'll kind of show you what I mean by it won't extend as far as the signal. So yeah, right now we got all of them. If you kind of notice, you can kind of see where the signal is starting to get deep. So let's take out the repeater and see what happens. Watch this. Look at that. Half of my machine won't work, and that's only because the signal is not strong enough to carry, because if you're counting 15 slots from the lever, it stops right around here. All right, so that's the need for the repeater right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that repeater back and watch how everything works again. Wonderful. So I've found that for this build, and after checking it a few times, it's best that it works on a 3-tick repeat. Only because problem with some of the piston builds in Bedrock is that the pistons run very random. They tend not to do the same thing regardless of how you build them, so on and so forth, unless you put measures in that's going to force them to kind of do what you want them to do. So with that being said, this is going to be a very unconventional build, but it should work for you. All right, so now that we got everything running, we want to make sure that everything's working together. All right, there you go. Wonderful. So now what we want to do is we want to, grab whatever blocks of your choice, and let's go ahead and throw blocks on top of this piston. These pistons back here. So you're going to do 14 of those. Then what we're going to do is we're going to start loading in our workstations. So let's go ahead and lay our blast furnace here, leaving a space in between each workstation, or at least these, so you can have room to throw in your hoppers. So after you put those in, let's go ahead and grab your hoppers, and let's go ahead and throw them into the side of these furnaces, just like so. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and throw 2 stacks of coal into each one of these and get these things pumping. So we got 2 stacks of coal in each one, and while we're at it, let's go ahead and start throwing stuff in here. So let's go ahead and throw some gold ore that I didn't get apparently. Let's go ahead and grab that, and let's grab some iron ore and see if we can go throw that in there. So we got iron ore, we're gonna throw that in this one. And we got some gold ore, we're gonna throw that in this one. We got some beef, let's go ahead and throw that in there. Then let's proceed on the chain, throwing our workstations down. So we're gonna go with the loom here. Then we're gonna go with the dispenser actually. And we're not gonna throw an extra loom out there, but throw a dispenser out there. Then we're gonna go with our cartography table. We're gonna go with our lectern. Then we're gonna move all this stuff up so we don't get confused. And then we're going to pull down our crafting table. We're going to pull down our lectern. We're going to put down our book and quill, our enchanted apples, as well as our stone cutter and our brewing stand and anvil. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and throw our book and quill on there, and that's going to be used for map coordinates, and that's going to be very important for something that I got coming out pretty soon. There's going to be dealing with mapping, so look forward to that coming soon, along with the ultimate workstation. All right, so let's go ahead and now let's go ahead and throw these apples inside our dispenser. Let's get those out of our hand. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw down the stone cutter. I'm sorry, we're going to throw down your crafting table. Then we're going to go stone cutter. Then we're going to go anvil, bink, and then we are going to end it off with the brewing stand. If you didn't know, this is where one of your hoppers is going to go. Apparently I've already laid it down for the convenience of you guys, but let's go ahead and take that out and let me run it so I can actually show you. You basically want to take your hopper and have it run into the piston, so therefore when your brewing stand drops down, it'll automatically load your bottles into your brewing stand. That's going to be coming from this automatic water bottle filler that we're going to be building as part of this thing here. So let's go ahead and continue on. Now what we want to do is we want to get the obsidian here, and let's clear out all this stuff out. We're going to keep our hoppers. Let's clear all this. I don't think we're going to be needing any of that. That's gone. We're not going to be needing any of that anymore, so let's get rid of that stuff, and that's gone. Alright, now it looks more reasonable. Alright, excellent. So what we're going to get now is we're going to get 14 blocks of obsidian. So let's go ahead and count out 14 blocks of obsidian. And there you go. And we're going to lay those on top of our workstation like so. So you're just going to 14. Now keep in mind, as I said, if you don't have enough obsidian to make a build this size, then please don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Just build a one that's smaller, maybe even a workstation. And keep in mind that where these hoppers are at, those can also be used as a separate workstation. You necessarily don't have to use the hoppers. I just built it because I'm lazy, and I felt it was a good component to add in. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and grab a stone button. Let's go ahead and do that now, and we're going to go ahead and get that stone button, and we're going to lay it above the dispenser so we can get that working. And boom, there you go. I need an apple. Let me go ahead and eat that apple up, man. Yeah, let me eat that apple up. Apples are good. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, so now that we ate that apple and we got all our meat and everything cooking, that's pretty much where we're at. You're pretty much done, and now it's building the automatic water bottle portion of it. But just for purposes of completing this tutorial, I'm going to show you what you would need to do just to basically do your own. So basically at that point you would just throw a chest here, and we would just go ahead and grab some water bottles, and you would fill them up and just throw them in there, and once the machine goes down, it'll load those water bottles to the brewing stand. And let me give you an example of that real quick. Let's get these water bottles, if I can find them in creative. Alright, there you go. Water bottle, water bottle, water bottle, water bottle, water bottle. Let's throw those in the chest, and alright, and let's drop that down and see what happens. And everything's still cooking. I haven't checked to see if anything comes off from these furnaces or anything, so you may not want to build this inside a wood floor until I check to see if that could cause a fire or anything like that. But yeah, let's see. At this point we should have water bottles in our brewing stand. Look at that there. There you go. So in a nutshell, this would be the first portion of it. This is the completion of the ultimate workstation. At that point, you would just be housing it in. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to build you the second portion of this, which is the automatic water bottle filler. So I'll be right back. All right, so now it's time to get to the automatic bottle filler portion of this build here. Just a note, we had to adjust the size that we allotted for the automatic bottle filler. That those dimensions are 5 by 9 by 4, so make sure you adjust accordingly. All right, let's get started. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and throw a half chest out to complete that and make that a whole chest. And then I want you to go ahead and grab a hopper, and I want you to throw a hopper into the side of that chest like so. And right behind that hopper, I want you to go ahead and put a brick, and then come around to the front. And then I want you to put a dispenser on top of that brick so it's facing towards the front of your build. All right, and then I want you to take a couple stones. So you're going to put a stone here, and you're also going to put a stone there and a stone on top of that. And then at that point in time, you're going to take your comparator, and then you are going to run that comparator running into that piston, or I'm sorry, into that dispenser like so. All right, so you want to make sure that the two ends are the ones that's connecting the source that you wanted to compare it to. All right, cool. All right, so now we're going to go around to the back of the machine. You're going to take a sticky piston, and you are going to connect it to the back of this block like so, facing towards your dispenser. Then I want you to go ahead and grab another observer, and I want you to run around to the front. And then let's go ahead and connect one directly to that piston, and it won't be an actual dispenser. It's going to be an observer, and you want to make sure that the red circle is facing towards the comparator. All right, great. It looks like we're moving, so let's go ahead and do the last step back here. Let's go ahead and throw a brick diagonally from that observer that you just placed, and then let's grab another observer, and let's go ahead and place that observer, and let's have that facing towards the dispenser as well. And then now we can go ahead and get everything set up for our water. So what I want you to do is I want you to take 2 bricks, and I want you to go ahead and build up. Let's put a temporary block there. Let's also cover that right there, and then let's take some glass, and we're going to cover that up right here like so. So this is pretty much where you should end up at with your build looking so far. And let's go ahead and take our sea lanterns or any glowstone or maybe some stairs, anything that is that you can actually put a chest under and still be able to open up the chest. And this is just done for the purposes of covering up that comparator. As I said before, you can use anything that can cover up items, but as well can be used to open up a chest. So like I said, stairs or glowstone or something like that. All right, let's go ahead and get some water in there. I think we're going to need some water. So let's pour some water in there. All right, great. Got our water in there. Cool. No disaster happened yet. All right, so now we're going to try to get our switch started. So what I want you to do is I want you to lay a brick right here. Let's go ahead and throw a lever on that. And then I want you to go ahead and take this redstone repeater, and let's run that redstone repeater there. Let's throw another brick there. And then let's go right up under the brick that the dispenser is sitting on, and let's throw a repeater into that. And so let's flip that switch and see what we got. All right, I heard a click, so maybe it's running. So now we need to go ahead and get our water bottles fed. It's not going to do anything without having empty bottles in here. So let's go ahead and throw a hopper into the side of the dispenser like so. And then we are going to take a chest, and we are going to set that chest on top of that hopper, and we are going to throw some water bottles in there. And look what we got. Now what you're going to want to make sure that you cover this up because they will shoot pretty high, and you'll have water bottles everywhere. So we're going to cover that up. And when you want to flip it off, let's see if the switch works, you guys. We're saving our water bottles because as you can see, it starts to fill up really fast. Now when you cut it off, it's also going to cut off the hopper that's taking it in, so that's fine. We could just have bottles floating there, no problem. All right, so that is it. It seems as though we got our automatic bottle filler portion of this build set up. So now at this point, the only thing we have to do is pretty much just box it up like a good present on Christmas morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going ahead and filling this in. Now keep in mind you can pretty much build it and box it in any way you want to, but what we're going to do is we're going to go into time lapse, and I hope you enjoy the music during that time lapse, and then we'll go ahead and come back when I'm done building. All right, see you soon. Alright, so there you have it, guys. The ultimate workstation equipped with automatic bottle filler. If you like this video, please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you click the like button. And if you want to, have any other ideas or anything you want these video tutorials to build, please make sure you jot it down in the comments. Alright, there you have it. I am Deeds. That's me. Deedsville Tutorials. I'm out. And if you want to learn how to, yeah, that was supposed to be a break. Yeah, supposed to break. At this point, let's test it. Now, the last time we went ahead and pushed this lever, everything flew everywhere. Hopefully, we have resolved that issue. Once again, we're live and uncut. The smoker, but it's not working because it's already cooked. Did you hear me? It's already cooked, and I tried to put it in the stuff. All right, never mind. Let's go ahead and get what we need. So